I have a job interview in about 3.5 hours, but it's a 2-hour bus ride. And I have to change into some interview clothes. But I'm here right now in the office getting something done. What exactly? Well, working on updating my resume. So I'm writing down some things that I could possibly put on it. Then I'm always content planning, but never really getting out the content that I want to get out. Go figure. But anyways, content planning, and then deciding on what I might be able to afford. Don't that sound crazy? Not what I can afford, what I know I can afford, what I can work towards getting, but what I think I might can afford. Once I get this job, I'm gonna speak that into existence. I'm gonna get this job. I've been on too many freaking interviews in the past few months not to get this effing job. Okay, but I'm looking at, this is just the one slumlord. That's really the only option that I have, to be quite honest, is this slumlord. And some of the places are at least decent. Most of the time, they're not in the best neighborhoods though. So it's like, I mean, what am I gonna do? Beggars can't be choosers. I'm begging and I'm broke, so what am I gonna choose? However, what I want to do is to go take a look at these places on the bus, mind you. But I can't because I have this job interview. It's a 2-hour bus ride. I don't even care. But it's in one of the next city over. And then afterwards, well, after the freaking job interview, if I get to the job interview on time and they interview me within 5 to 15 minutes of arriving, and the job interview lasts no more than maybe 30 minutes, I could probably get back in time for 1, curfew, and 2, I won't be, I'm hungry right now, but I didn't go to breakfast. I don't really have, had I decided not to come and have my own little office hours to get some things done, to get some planning done, to plan my effing future, even though it's dismal, I probably could have gone to get something to eat from the grocery store. But that in itself, mind you, the grocery store, like there's a grocery store up the street, like not too far. If you're driving, it takes all of 10 minutes, but a bus ride plus a walk in itself, that is 30, 40 minutes maybe. And then add another 30, 40 minutes for another walk to the bus stop and waiting on the bus. And whoa, so no, that's a little bit longer. And then you have to take the time to actually, do your shopping. That's hour and a half, 2-hour chore just to go to the grocery store. Anyways, I digress. Oh, this is what happens when I think out loud. All my emotions start to pour. But look, where was I at? Talking about this. So I got these places I can go check out within the next, if I don't, let's say I get hired today and they tell me to come in tomorrow. I won't have time to go take a look at these spots tomorrow. But if they give me a few days, like, okay, we'll hire you today, but come, can you come to train in 2 more days or so? I'll have time to go look at, if I go at the crack of dawn, which I usually don't. I haven't gotten up at the crack of dawn in a good little minute, not since my other job flooded. Ooh, I'm gonna get back to that. Let me finish this. But then wake up, crack of dawn, and I'll probably have the opportunity to look at 2 or 3 spots within the time frame that we had to get back for curfew. And I have 6 options here. One is exactly what I need, the amount of bedrooms and bathrooms that would be ideal. The next one is just a step down. It's one less bedroom than the amount of people living there. And then at least 1 full bath, but then a half bath, but that's fine. And then the rest are just 1 bedrooms where we would have to crunch in and make it work. Now back to my job. So look, haven't woken up at the crack of dawn since my job flooded. And I reached out to a few coworkers, and everyone has, well, the few people who responded, but one coworker said, I haven't talked to anybody. It seems like everybody just kind of fell off the face of the earth. And I was like, that you're right about. Because when I reach out, no one's responding. So it's like, okay, I get it. You don't have to if you don't want to. I have another coworker. I see them on the bus from time to time, and they're older, like elderly. They need help with getting on the computer and applying for their unemployment. So whenever we can actually coordinate, because every time we coordinate, something comes up between the two of us. One, I'm either like, hey, I've been on the bus all day and I'm this far away, because, well, they never want to meet in the morning. They always want to meet in the afternoon. And for me, if I come in the morning, or if I'm already here in the morning, I'll stay a few hours about my office hours. I stay for a few hours, and then I'll go get something to eat because I'm hungry. But that, again, that's a 2-hour errand in itself, just to go to the grocery store up the street to get something in my tummy. Then coming back, they're already gone, or they're not going to be here till much later. And it's like, much later, I'm not going to be around because I have to check in, buddy. Anyways, eventually we'll get there, because they said, oh, my cousin knows how to do it, but then their cousin dipped out on them, so they need me. Anyways, whenever I get a chance, I'm going to help them. And then, oh my God, so I talked to one of the former managers, and I say former managers because she told me she left and got another job somewhere. I was like, okay, well, I'm glad, honestly, because I get it. Management in the restaurant industry isn't really worth it, in my opinion. And she had actually started out like the rest of us. She started out as a server, but she's doing good because she also has a new baby, and I was getting worried. I'm like, girl, how you quit? You got a new baby. I get it. You got your man, your husband, but you need money. But she has a job. She has a job. She says she's doing something else. Anyways, I'm wasting a little bit of time because I got 30 more minutes in here, and I need to go literally as soon as my 30 minutes is up here. I need to go change for the job interview and hop on the bus and take that 2-hour ride just to have a job interview. All right, I'll bring you with me. It might be a little fun.